Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco,
I'm Chris.
and we are in a transitional stage here. Um, this is the beginning of
Something greater.
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really nice. You know when you start moving stuff around, and you got to move other stuff out of the way, and then somehow you're like, where did that even come from? And then you know how it goes. So a lot of stuff. This is a mess right now. I know, and I apologize. But I also have a bunch of shelves on the way. I'm going to be completely doing the comic wall. There's going to be comics here. There's going to be comics going all across, all the way to the door there. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to move those helmets. Yeah, it's going to be super, super cool when I'm done with it. But I have a lot of work to do. And here we are. With that being said, though, I do want to quickly say, before we get into our books, which, by the way, big stack of books this week. So trying to keep the news a little short. There will not be a stream this week.
We're wearing the same shirt.
We are.
I can't raise mine too much.
I was trying to lean further back, and I was like, you still can't see it.
You fall onto the wall.
It just wasn't helping. Anyway,
no.
There won't be a stream today, and there won't be a stream next week.
Because we hate you.
We're rearranging everything in here, but then oh, by the way, this couch, the infamous couch, is going to be going to a different room.
We're burning it.
We've been moving so many things around, and we just don't have time to do the streams. And I really want to try to get this all taken care of. You know what I mean? And also, I want to stream.
It's a busy week.
Yeah. Anyway, on to the comics this week. Before we get into the new comics of the week, just want to show a couple fun things that I picked up. I don't know how to show comics in this new setup now. I guess like this.
Cover me.
So this is, what issue is this? Hulk 378. I don't know.
We didn't plan this very well.
Click that. Is that. Yeah. So Hulk 378. This is Hulk versus Santa.
Oh, I have Tootsie Rolls.
Which is a pretty fun one. And then I also have Hulk 389, which is just a sweet, super cool Man-Thing cover. I really, really like this one. So I had to grab that one. So a couple little random pickups. Now let's go ahead and move into the new books of the week, because there are a lot. Is that Daphne
here?
Here?
Daphne yelling at you.
So we have Timeless. I wish this was Timeless 2. Because there was a Timeless that came out last year.
Yeah.
This one
is also Timeless.
I was really tempted, because this is a cool cover. I'm not sure who did this one. But there's also a Todd Knock Miss Minutes cover that was pretty neat. You're just going to hear Daphne yelling at us, I guess. Anyway. But we ultimately decided on this one. It is a pretty sweet cover. And I thought it was a fantastic read. It upsets me a little bit, and again, Jed MacKay, it upsets me that the Jed MacKay doesn't have, an ongoing Kang series. That's the only thing that upsets me. This one was less of a preview book, I feel like.
It had some good ones in there.
It did. It had some stuff, and that's what basically Timeless is Kang going... There's a story and everything, but Kang, ends up looking through different time and whatever. And it's like a teaser book for things that will be coming out this year. Last year, the one of the big things that popped up was Miracle Man, which I don't really know. Miracle Man's in the Marvel Comics. He's been doing his thing for a little bit. I don't really know the significance of any of that. I haven't been reading it, but I don't know if there was any. There were some cool things. Again, not part of the story. Just as he's going through time, you're like, what's that in the background? What are those things? But that being said,
I also like who he fights in this. They're fun.
The story's super cool. I really, really liked it. I think Jed MacKay, like I said, just does such a great job with Kang, and I thought it was really, really interesting. So definitely a super fun read. Just a little one shot, really, or in a little just playful teaser of things to come. And then moving on to Moon Knight issue 18, which again.
Fantastic.
Absolutely amazing. Man, well, first of all, there were some really sick panels, as always. I feel like there's quite a few really sick. I really like that one. I really liked
That
that
one's
one.
Oh, the next one, right?
This one, just like as I'm flipping through the pages, I'm like, this is amazing. This is amazing. I love it. I really liked Tiger in this. Oh, this one. This is the one I was thinking of. Is so good. The final one's really cool too. The second to last page is probably my favorite. But anyway, also picked up the Momoko variant. Bang bang. This is it's so weird getting used to like a new setup. Everything's like so strange. But yeah, really enjoy this series. It is just constantly incredible, which is more than I could ask for anything. Daphne wants to say hi to everybody. Ooh. Hi. Hey there, Daphne. What you doing? So then we have Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise issue number 2. Which, again, don't know the cover artist on this one, but I do really like this one. This is the B variant, and I just thought it was a really sick cover. Again, super strange story, but I enjoyed it. It's very abstract and wild and fantastical, but I enjoyed it. I don't know. What you felt about?
Purring so loud.
I know she's purring. You might be able to hear it on the video. I don't know. If she stops yelling, maybe you can hear it. Now, one I did not get around to because I still am an issue behind. So now technically 2 issues behind. So we have She-Hulk number 9. Again, another great cover. Always great covers on this. But Chris, you did read this one, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. She-Hulk's good as always. You know, we get to see a little more of the villains. My brain's not on right now.
Yeah. I didn't read a ton of books today because just for whatever reason I didn't sleep well, and yeah, I just wasn't feeling 100%. So I had to come home and take a nap. I was not. I read. What was the first book I read?
Jen Bartel is very
Timeless.
quickly becoming one of my favorite cover artists.
Oh yeah.
She's done all the She-Hulk number A's. She did a lot of
number A's.
Number A's. I told you my brain's not working. Anyways, she did some really good Wonder Womans recently. Those 2 I got.
Yeah.
And I've looked at a bunch of her older stuff too, and I want more.
I really like her work, but this might be my favorite cover of the week. The Momoko variant for She-Hulk, I think is super sweet. I'm a sucker for really flowy hair, I think is what it is. Just really funly drawn hair.
I think Jin's drawn best when her hair is big.
Was the same like I just go crazy when Elektra has her crazy hair.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yes.
Because it shouldn't be practical. It'll get in your face if you have that much hair and it's that big, you know? But it doesn't. It's comic book.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on. Still got some more Marvel books, but I think none of these we've read. So Midnight Suns 4, which I think Chris is pretty behind on.
I think I read number 1.
I haven't read this issue. It's been a pretty fun series. I've really enjoyed it. But again, just first of all, there's a million books out this week, and I was just really tired. But I'm really enjoying that series. A lot of characters that I really like, and All Avengers 4. Have you read any of this?
I read no.
Okay, so
I was
put it
thinking
here.
of Thunderbolts, which I've read a little bit of.
Okay, so is this no, not what's his name?
I don't think it's tied in, but I'm gonna read it eventually. So
then we have Thunderbolts number 5.
which I think I'm 2 behind on the last one and this one included.
Ow!
What'd you do?
She just like kind of nibbled on me.
What was that for?
She's being a punk. She wants attention. Now that I'm petting her, she's like, "Oh yes, this is wonderful." She's just being a punk. So then I have to work with one hand apparently. So we have Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was his Legend? No, and the Ten Rings.
Yeah, and the Ten
Legend was the last series, and number 6.
It wasn't. It was just Shang-Chi. I keep telling you this.
Was it not?
It wasn't.
No, there was like 2 different series before this, or 3 different series.
I'm pretty sure it was just Shang-Chi.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, don't you bite me, I'll beat you up, girl. Captain America Symbol of Truth, number 8.
I'll give her pets.
Chris is also behind on this.
I'm behind on this, but I really loved this cover.
Yeah, this was a super fun variant.
Yeah, the other 2 ones kind of sucked. The A and the B.
Yeah, I agree. And then, I still haven't started this series, but I have the whole thing. Strange Academy Finals number 3. I picked up this really cool.
Like you say, the whole thing, like Strange Academy 1.
I haven't read any of Strange Academy. Yeah. I mean to. I just forget. I'm forgetful, you know. And I'm behind on a bunch of comics. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then we have a cool cover here. Extreme
Extreme
X-Men
X-Men.
number 2, the Momoko variant. I'm a sucker for a good Storm cover. I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for Momoko, so you know, whatever. Yeah, it is what it is, and it's in my
Sucker
collection.
for a Momoko Storm.
Yeah, and it's like a sweet, like, crazy hair mohawk thingy going on there. So, like, I'm all down for it. All right. And then the surprise pick is Peter Parker and Miles Morales, Spider-Man Double Trouble, issue number 2, this cool variant cover that I just really, really like. I think it's super neat. It's a lot of fun. And it has a lot of cool energy that I think is neat.
I like the idea of him accidentally spraying Spider-Man on the chest.
And I like,
Or Peter on the chest, and
he's spray painting, a picture of him, Miles, and it says the real Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man's like, what's going on here? And this is fun. And I think the art style is really neat. So, moving on to Star Wars stuff.
Spider-Man's beating up the Green Goblin or whatever, and Green Goblin's like, why is your chest yellow?
Exactly.
Long story. Punch.
So we have Yoda issue 2. I think we picked up a couple of variants, but not the A cover.
Yeah. I like this one. This one is the, like, C or something.
I don't know. No, D cover.
D.
That's pretty fun. It's well drawn.
I liked it.
And you read it, right?
Yeah, I read Yoda. This is turning out not to be, or
Oh, it's not like Obi-Wan?
maybe it's not, because it's following the same story as the last one.
Okay.
Some time has passed, but we don't know how much. Not like hundreds of years or anything, because he's still with those one people. And it's still, he's such a baby too. That's why I'm petting 2 dogs right now to keep him calm. Every once in a while I'm petting Daphne.
I got a new chair coming in. I'm sitting on an ottoman right now. There's so much
with bed risers.
Yeah, with bed risers on it because it's a mess in here right now.
Oh my God, waffles! I guess I'm hitting a good spot for him.
Anyway, so.
Yeah. So he's with the same people, you know, and probably gonna be the same people in the next book too. So.
Neat. Well, we also picked up the Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary cover.
Yeah, we picked up a couple of them.
Yeah, we picked up that one. We picked up the one for Han Solo and Chewbacca, which we didn't pick up any other covers for this one.
No.
It's probably my favorite
sweet cover. I'm a sucker for clones.
Do you like this one better or the Mace Windu Jango cover?
This one better. I think that. Well, I like the Mace Windu Jango one. It could have been drawn better.
I don't recall. I think it was fine. But anyway, I didn't read this one, but you did, right?
I did, yeah.
It's got an ATT though too. And Droid. Anyway.
Han Solo, you know, continuing with his search for
what
the
issue
urn.
is this? This is issue 8.
Yeah, it's been a fun little heist story. Heist after heist after heist.
Yeah.
It's kind of how it's been. And in this one, hey, guess what? There's another heist.
Yeah, I'm quite a few issues
with that new character we were introduced to last book with Maz Kanata.
It's popping up in everything, huh? So then we have High Republic issue number 3. This is volume 2, obviously. I picked up the B cover. I thought it was a pretty cool looking one. And I'm caught up, except for I didn't read this one. Again, I need to catch up on a lot of reading this week. But it's been a pretty interesting story so far. And there's a new one, High Republic, The Blade. So this is issue number 1. And I don't have anything to say about it because I didn't read it. And it's issue number 1. And then this one we just picked up for the cover. You're not reading Afra, right?
I want to get back into reading Afra, but I'm really
not
behind in this.
So Afra 27, this is again 20th anniversary.
I think
cover.
I read like a book or 2 after War of the Bounty Hunters.
Yeah.
And
pretty fun one with Zam Wessel though.
I ain't back into it. Oh my God.
Like that one. Oh, I did want to mention though, so a bit of doom and gloom at the beginning of the stream, or beginning of the video where I was like, no streams, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And I know, I wanted to do a little Christmas video, but I slept in like all Christmas Day. And
you slept until 6.
I slept until 6. Anyway, I've been taking it easy, alright? I've been taking it a little bit easy. But now I'm kicking into full gear. I do have a really cool video coming out this weekend. I'm going to be going over all the slabs I've picked up in 2022, which is going to be pretty freaking incredible because it's really amazing what I managed to get this year, and I cannot wait to see what we get into next year. And I, by the way, also have 2 new slabs coming in that will. They might be here by the end of the week. They might. I don't know. I'll have to see. They might be slabs for the beginning of next year. I don't know yet. Depends on when they come in the mail. I don't think either one's been shipped yet, so it might be for next year. It might squeeze into this video. Who knows? But anyway, it was really astounding. Some of the comics. I had to go back and like look through my videos and stuff, and be like, oh wow, yeah, actually, especially stuff you got at the beginning of the year. Feels so long ago. You're like, oh, that was definitely last year, and then you realize, oh no, that was this year.
I just realized where I put Galactus. The helmet stand makes it look like he has a halo.
Huh. Anyway, so really really big video coming out this weekend, and I have a lot of slabs to show off. So there is stuff still happening with the channel. I know it's been a little disjointed. So on to our DC stuff now. We have Sergeant Rock versus Army of Darkness #4.
It's continuing to be a fun little story with some kind of generic, just military guys and some fun action.
Neat.
Yeah, it's all I could ask for.
Oh, you know what? There was a book that I thought about picking up. And then I was going to ask you about it, like what you thought, and then it was really busy today, at work. So the Riddler Year 1 is, which I don't typically care, but it's written by Paul Dino, I think is his name, the guy that played him in the Batman. So I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and I assume it'll be kind of linked to it, and maybe a bit of a backstory type thing or something. So if anyone read that and really enjoyed it, or didn't enjoy it, or whatever, I know, but I if anybody has any thoughts and opinions, it's funny because I do make these videos every Wednesday to give my opinions and be like, hey, this is good or whatever, you should read this, I didn't care for that type of stuff. But this time I'm asking you, and I usually ask for recommendations anyway, but I'm asking
Tell us if it sucks.
Something specific or not. Did you read it, and should I also read it? Anyway, moving on to the Batman 131. Continues to be super, super awesome. There was a big thing that happened at the end of the last issue. Incredible issue. That was the best issue so far. This one really, really strong still. And I really can't say anything without spoiling it. I can't recommend enough checking out. Again, I only hopped on at 125 when Zdarsky took over, but it's been a really fun ride ever since, and it's been a good series to place Batman out of his element, and yeah, I've been enjoying it. And then moving on to Poison Ivy #8. Also really been enjoying this series. Been pretty good. Not as good as Batman, but I've been enjoying. One thing that's been really, really amazing about this series is the abundance of Jenny Frison covers. Check this one out. I really enjoyed this one.
There was another one I liked. I'm surprised you didn't get it. I forgot what it looked like, or what it was, who the artist was.
Yeah, but this one is a sweet. I pick up any Jenny Frison cover I can that at least is something I'm halfway interested in. Like I said, that was the whole reason I started picking up the Grimm series, because it had Frison covers, and then the last issue didn't have a Frison cover. I'm like, I don't know if I care that much anymore. But I love Poison Ivy, and so it was like, Frison doesn't do a lot of things that I really like, but she's been doing Poison Ivy lately, and it makes me super, super happy.
Daphne's been quiet.
And that is the end of the books, of the DC books that I read. I do have some more that I need to get to reading. We've got some, Gotham City Year 1, issue #4. This has been a pretty good series so far. Actually, the last issue of this was also probably the best issue so far. I know it's only 3 in, whatever, but it was a really, really solid issue. And I'm actually, now that I'm remembering how it ended, I'm kind of upset that I didn't read this one right now. I gotta learn how to hold things now. I get really irritated with reflections and stuff. I put a lot of work into making sure my light sources like never reflected off the slabs, and still do that. But like now I have to like relearn how to hold comics. So this is another one I really wanted to read, and I'm going to be definitely trying to read and get caught up in all this stuff. So we have Nice House on the Lake issue number 12. This is the final issue, and I'm really excited to see how this ends. I thought it was a super great series throughout, and I'm excited to see what's up with that.
No, you can't.
Hey, baby. Hey. Anyway, so moving on, we have Sword of Azrael, last issue as well, issue number 6. Chris says, I think I only read the first one, right?
Yeah, and I liked it. And I see about it.
Yeah, so got a whole series to catch up there.
Yeah.
Then moving on to the indie stuff, which only one that I read, but we have Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 2, and I really liked this issue.
Yeah,
I thought
really
it was
good.
super good.
I forgot their name. What's he called?
Maceo?
Meso. I always call him Meso.
Is it Meso or Maceo?
I don't
know.
Meso.
It's Maceo. I've been reading as Maceo.
Thank you.
But now that Chris mentions Meso, I'm like, could be
Meso
right.
sounds better.
I like Maceo. I think it sounds... I when I was reading, I was like, that's a neat name.
Maceo sounds like it's some like Roman emperor.
I don't know.
It's
Anyway,
Maceo.
and then, what's the other name?
Mezzi.
Mezzi. Yeah, okay. I was like, Mezzi doesn't sound right.
Esmeralda.
Yeah, it's Esmeralda, but yeah, she goes by Mezzi. And I like that name, too. Anyway.
Thank you.
We didn't get a...
He's in a kissing mood.
Future... scene in this one. The first one ended, and I had no idea, like, going into the second issue, I'm like, I have no idea what's about to happen. Because you get this full story, and then, like, a page, maybe 2 pages, that is, like, super far in the future, and you're like, wow, okay, definitely missing a lot of stuff. Didn't get any future stuff this time, but I really enjoyed this. I enjoy these 2 characters together. They have a really wholesome vibe. And, yeah, I just really saw it. Again, Jason Aaron, good stuff. Mm-hmm. We picked up one cover by for the new Turtles Power Rangers things, an homage to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1. Got the Power Rangers and stuff there. Pretty fun homage. And then, last book we have is Alpha Beta's number... 3. Where's the number?
Right under the name.
Ah, okay. See, I don't know if anybody else is like this. I get caught off guard when it's spelled out, strangely enough. I'm looking for a number. And I'm not paying attention to anything else.
I follow the rule of you write out the number until you get to 5. After 5, you write the number.
I don't know. My brain just looks for a number, though, and doesn't look for words. Anyway, I didn't get around to this one. And yeah, that is our big, super, amazing, awesome, fat, giant, new stack of comics. A bajillion books came out this week. And honestly, there was probably a couple other books that I wouldn't have mind picking up. And I was like, I probably have enough. But I might... I'm interested in that Riddler book. I'd like to hear what anybody else said. Because again, obviously I really liked the Batman. And I thought his portrayal of the Riddler was really good. But... just because he's a good actor doesn't mean he's a good writer.
Yeah.
So I am a little bit cautious and a little bit. I think probably because the last big actor that wrote a comic that I read was oh god, I'm blanking on the actress's name, but it was a Mother of Madness, and I really did not like that book.
I'm reading Sergeant Rock versus the Evil Dead, and that's written by Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell. I'm not saying that
and
they're guaranteed.
It's not a masterpiece by any standard.
Yeah,
it's very Bruce Campbell though.
Yeah,
and I love it.
Yeah, by no means am I saying no way that they could write, but I am very interested in that character and his interpretation of that character. And I'd like to see if that book is any good. But anyway, that's all we got for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Look out for the big slab video coming out. And depending on when those other comics come in, I might just throw them into that video. Or I might have another video coming out early at the beginning of the year. It's very fun. Even if you all don't make videos.
God, look at him, Marco.
Yeah.
So many licks. He can't contain them.
I know, he's super excited.
Oh. Here, you.
Even if you all don't make videos, try to make sure the dog and cat don't fight. The cat likes to smack Waffles in the face. Anyway,
Waffles likes to lick her in the face.
yeah, but yeah,
It's not a good combo.
because like again, I was able to go back through my videos and see the dates and everything and see what books I had, and it really showed me my growth for the year into comic collecting, and it was super interesting. Now, granted, this was saying that not everybody's going to make videos and stuff, but also, I was looking back at some Instagram photos. So even if you just, want to take pictures of your Instagram journey, or your comic journey, through Instagram or Facebook or whatever, whatever you want to use, it's really neat to go back and look through it and see all the things that you accomplished during the year. And I guess that could be said for anything, Again, we're comic people, action figure people, nerds and whatever. So for me, that's what's exciting. But if you're, I don't know, whatever, working out and you take a picture of yourself and see your journey through there, whatever you've been doing, whatever you've been focusing on this year, yeah.
Whether it be petting little animals.
But anyway,
that's a good journey.
But yeah, just it could be pretty fun. And maybe you didn't do it this year. Maybe it's something you can start doing next year. And I kind of want to be better at it. I think I'm not gonna do videos. Last year I did a bunch of videos at the end of the year. There was like my favorite covers of the year, my favorite reads and stuff like that.
You should keep a calendar and write on it when you get certain things. That way you can just look at the calendar and be like, okay, this is what I got this year.
Well, what I really want to do...
That'd be smart.
What I really, really want to do, and I'm going to try to start doing it next year, is post on Instagram every week my favorite cover of the week and my favorite read of the week. And for a good portion of this year, I was actually taking good notes for covers. I didn't do it on reads, but I was doing it on covers. Now, granted, I can probably say my favorite read of the year was probably Moon Knight. It's been really, really good. Strange has also been amazing. But there's some other books that I've probably forgotten about.
Read of the year.
No, I don't like to do negative content like that. But anyway, so like one thing that I want to try to do better so that I can look back at the year next year.
You save the negative content for streams.
Anyway, I do want to try to document that stuff better. Excuse me, on Instagram. Sorry. Because I did enjoy doing those videos. It was like best cover and everything. But at some point, I probably like halfway through the year, like kind of fell off. I was keeping a Google Doc of all my favorite covers of the year, and I was gonna pick at the end of the year, and I just got busy and things happened and whatever. But if I can pick my favorite cover each week and my favorite read each week, post it on Instagram, I think I'll be doing good. Other than that, if you have fun ideas for something that maybe you're doing this year to reflect on this past year, or if there's something you want to try to do that might be kind of fun and you want to share it down in the comments, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you're doing, or if you have cool ideas or something like that, or if you liked any ideas that I provided and maybe you're going to start doing those. Anything else?
Daphne.
I can't wait. One thing that's a little sad about changing my setup is I on Instagram I was always, not always, but I very often would take pictures and be like, here's the new comic wall of like, after a few books changed out or whatever, I take a new picture, post it up there, and I get to look through those pictures and see the evolution. But starting next year, it's going to be completely different. So that is kind of ended. You know what I mean? Like that era for that comic wall in that particular style is over. But I think I'm so excited to get it all done, and it's going to look really, really cool, and I can't wait to show you all. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.